And any young dude, he was 18, man. That shit drug related. He overdosed. Adam 22 had said he didn't know if that was intentional or not. Some articles say he did a lot of drugs, heavy. But then again, I don't think anybody, when they go to take a pill, whatever, I don't think they're thinking about, I'm gonna die. You know what I'm saying? I think they just want to get high, not die. They want to get high. And I know some people gonna have some shit to say about that, but you can go fuck yourself. I don't think anybody, when they go to use, no matter what it is, they're looking to die. And some people, they are looking to kill themselves, but I don't think everybody is. That's why that shit's called accidental overdose. And sometimes you don't come out of that shit, and that happens. That's life. But to sit and act like something different, you stupid as fuck for acting like that. That's just the factuals. And other people that passed away, Dog the Bounty Hunter, his wife passed away, Beth. She passed away after her fight with cancer. Definitely may she rest in peace, man. I know a lot of people got some cringy shit to say, this, that, the other. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting into all that. The show was all right. It is what it is. I just hope she rests in peace, because cancer's a bitch, and we've all lost people to cancer, and I definitely don't think people should be throwing shade. And that's what a lot of people were doing. We're just throwing shade, and I'm sure they're going to be doing that shit on hella sketchy shit. The YouTuber that passed away, Etika, a lot of people just talk shit just to talk shit. I don't know if it's to get likes or whatever, to piss people off, but you're doing exactly what you want to do by making someone mad. And I'm not going to openly say that I condone that shit, because I don't. I think you're a chump bitch if you do that shit. Now, you can say what you want to say in a year or something after they die. Give that person time to pass. Give that family time to pass. In the internet, people say the internet has no chill. Internet's just savage. Now, the motherfuckers on the internet, let's be really frank, them motherfuckers wouldn't say that shit to Dog's face. They wouldn't say that shit to Dwayne's face. They wouldn't say that shit to Leland's face. Let's keep that shit 100. They wouldn't say that shit to none of them kids. But over through the internet, they can talk a whole lot of shit because you hide behind that computer. That is why I swear to God, before I say anything to anybody on the internet, I reread what the fuck I wrote out. Am I really trying to get an argument over the motherfucking internet? Probably fuck not, because you're going to talk shit for no reason. And like I said, if you come at my homeboys recklessly and shit, I'm going to defend them. Because you ain't gonna come at them recklessly for no fucking reason. And you ain't gonna try to treat them. You ain't gonna treat them on social media. You ain't gonna treat them in real life. You ain't gonna treat them in front of me. That's on God. I will stand by that. I am loyal to a fucking fault. Ask anybody who knows me. I'm loyal to a fault. I will get in the fucking trenches for no reason. I don't need a reason. As long as my dudes is in the trenches, I'm in that shit with them. That's facts. That's facts. That bubba kush. Shit always so motherfucking fire. Speaking of some musical beef, Des Loca went after the entire record label of Buckshit Records. Arachnid, Wreck Hearst or whatever, and Strauss. Now, I thought him and Strauss was cool and shit until he done came out with that motherfucking revenge diss and shit, that music video where he was in a parking garage eating motherfucking cereal like some MGK, but he murked that shit. He went after Buckshit and he fucked him up. And Buckshit, two people in Buckshit, Blanco Todd or some shit like that, and then Wreck Hearst. Oh, I think his name is Wreck Hearst. I don't know. Either way, both these motherfuckers in their mid-30s, early 40s, got like 400 likes. Now, I'm not saying I got more likes, because I don't. But what I am saying is, just like Static G made a post of, not everybody can be a fucking rapper. At some point, hang the motherfucking gloves up. I'm not saying don't give it a go for it. If you want to give it a go, go. But if you've been doing this shit for 10, 15 years and you ain't blowing the fuck up, get the fuck out of here. And by blow the fuck up, if you don't have a fucking fan base, a legitimate fan base, you was blowing your motherfucking time. That's all you're doing. Lick my ass if you think otherwise. Actually, don't. Suck my dick. Because you're an old ass man trying to live a young man's dreams. Facts. we gotta move on to the political side. Because like I had said, this is the political divide. You know what I'm saying? This whole episode was supposed to be on a Democratic debate, and I had to give y'all some of that music fate. You know what I'm saying? That shit was shit that I really was gonna put into another episode, but I thought was deserving of this episode. And like I said, you gotta check out all the people I've named. If you haven't, you're really fucking sleeping on the underground. Check out Playboy the Beast, Young Gammy, Mikey Sickfuck, Yellow Boy, Deuce Cobain, fucking C-Mob, Tech-9. The list goes on and on. Go listen to all the podcasts just in the beginning because it's always music related. You know the drill. Onwards, upwards. If you don't want to collect that, if you don't want to listen to the political segment, this is when you're going to want to turn off. Shout out Jimmy B Tattoo at Northtown Ink. My dude is a killer. Go get some ink done. Moving on to the political segment. Check out the beat, because you know we got to move it on into the political feet. Whew. Humider motherfucker in the soda today. Shit, maybe it's that climate change. Maybe it's not. I don't know. But it's definitely something the Democrats are throwing in the ring to fucking run. Now, if you ain't watched the Democratic debate, this isn't a movie, so there's no fucking spoilers. Check out the highlights, check it out, whatever, skip through it. But the shit was wild. Not in the sense that it was wild as in like, oh my god, they're so fucking awesome. In the wild, like, you motherfuckers is really pandering and virtue signaling for everyone that'll give you a goddamn vote. That's what you're doing. And we all know it. We know it. That's not a fact. It's not a fucking phase. It's a fact. You guys are literally, everyone has their own plan. Not that they shouldn't. They're all the candidates. They shall have their own plans. But none of those plans are going to defeat shit. You can't offer up free shit and not have the money to pay for it. And that's what they're doing. And if you think, honestly, that they're going to be able to give you free college or free whatever, you are fucking stupid. They're not. Look at the track record of the Democrats. They promise shit they do not pull through with. They're known for it. I'm not saying the conservatives haven't done it. I'm not saying politicians haven't done it. But what I am saying is, if you fucking have listened, they want to turn the United States, which is a fucking constitutional republic, into a fucking socialism fucking shit show. That's facts. Now, the first night of the debate, the first night, they went on Beto O'Rourke, Robert O'Rourke, whatever you want to call him, and his fucking name ain't Beto. That's a fact. But they went in on him, man. Fucking Bill de Blasio did not like his healthcare plan. Not that Bill de Blasio is fucking liked by his own people either. He's not. He's fucking hated by a lot of people. He's a fucking communist. And he's known to be one. But that's what he is. He's a fucking communist. Just like Bernie Sanders is a fucking socialist. Just because you identify as something other than what you believe doesn't make you fucking what you identify as. It's what you believe, you know what I'm saying? And he, like I said, he did not like the healthcare plan that O'Rourke want to do. O'Rourke wants the Medicare for all and the private fucking thing. Bill de Blasio wants Medicare for all. Universal health care, like Canada, so we can all suffer horribly. Elizabeth Warren was supposed to be the front runner of the first debate. She's nuts too. She wouldn't limit abortion. Not that I'm not saying anybody has to. You want to believe what you want to believe, that's cool. Believe what you want to believe. But to want the federal government to pay for it and then make it a mandatory law, that's a fucking stretch. It's a fucking stretch. And she knows it. Like I said, promise the world when you can't even give them a pebble. That's what that shit is. That's what that shit is. Elizabeth also wants to abolish private health insurance, along with Bill de Blasio. They want to abolish it and be done with it. Medicare for all. Universal health care. somehow the government will come up with money to pay for everybody, including illegal immigrants that are not documented, will get free health care all the way around. And yes, every Democrat on that stage said that they would decriminalize illegal immigration. So it's no longer a criminal matter, it's a civil matter. And they would also give them free health care, free everything else. I'm not shitting you. Watch the debate. That's fucking what they said. Every one of them's got their own plan on how they're going to fucking free up all kinds of shit. And essentially, everybody, if we did end up in that type of healthcare system, we would all be forced into Medicare even if we didn't want it. Just like they did with Obamacare. You didn't want Obamacare, you had to pay a fine. I never felt that shit was right. And I still to this day don't. I just don't. Warren also, when she was asked about guns, she completely avoided the question. She talked, but she avoided the question. Brought up gun violence, this, that, the other, but didn't answer the question. I can't remember what the question was, but you can. You can go back and watch. Ain't that hard. Her and, she really bangs on Roe v. Wade, too. She really does. And then Julian Castro, believes that trans men, can have babies. Pretty sure he meant trans women, but the way he said it was trans men. People with dicks cannot have babies. Don't give a fuck at all. Doesn't work that way. You ain't gonna make me think it. Not gonna happen. And then Castro also said on his day one that he would get rid of all the policies that Trump had put in place. Now, I expect if a Democrat does make it in office, that's exactly what they're going to do. They're going to overthrow everything Trump did because they think Trump is a piece of shit. That's exactly what they think. You know what I mean? Beto O'Rourke and Cory Booker both started their speeches by speaking Spanish, pandering to a crowd. That's what they're doing, is pandering. And it wasn't even good Spanish. It was very choppy Spanish. Not that it didn't sound clear, but you could tell that it was choppy. They don't speak that shit every day. They don't speak it fluently like they want everybody to believe that they do. That's nonsense. And then everyone on the first night also agreed that they would have signed the Iran nuclear deal. It wasn't a good deal. It wasn't. How much money did we give them? Iran, I think it was like over close to $4 billion. For what? Not to shoot bombs at us? And now they're all, it's Trump's fault. Trump didn't sign. Trump took us out of the deal. So Trump's going to start the war. Trump does not want the fucking war. He doesn't. He doesn't want another endless war. The Democrats do. We'll get to that. Smoke some of that bubba kush. What y'all smoking on listening to this political segment? Getting high, flying right on by under the radar, getting fly guy. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Oh, and I already know a lot of people are like, how can a Republican be a fucking stoner? How can you have these wild fucking independent type of views? Pretty easy. I think for myself. But we'll digress into the next bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, she, a lot of them, pretty much every Democrat thus far is throwing a pretty fair amount of shade at Donald Trump. They've mentioned him countless times, brought him up countless times, over and over and over again. And I mean, the more that they fucking throw him out there. You know what I'm saying? The more they throw him out there, the more airtime he gets. And it's supposed to be about their plans, and they're supposed to be debating each other, not coming up with new schemes on how to screw one another or take pop shots. Not that the pop shots aren't funny to watch, because they really truly fucking are. But that was night one. I didn't take as many notes on night one as I did on night two, because night two, there was some fucking heavy hitters on night two. We had Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, Joe Biden, Andrew Yang, Pete Buttigieg, Christine Gillibrand, Bennett, and a couple others. I got the other names written down, but they got some heavy hitters that night, you know what I'm saying? And they started with Sanders. and their question